Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
In less than 24 hours, a mosque will open in Troy, but it's still in the middle of a massive legal battle. At first, there was a fight between the mosque and the city of Troy over whether the house of worship could even open.
Now there's a fight over the money owed to the mosque. Grant Herm's in Troy tonight on Rochester Road near Waddles. And Grant, this has been years of fighting over this.
Jason, Karen, it started back in 2018, and we're talking almost 5 years actually at this point, when the community leaders here bought this building for the mosque and community center. Doors open tomorrow, but this legal fight is far from over. Back in March, a federal judge ordering the city of Troy and the leaders of the Adam Community Center to come to an agreement after the city's zoning laws were found to be in violation of federal law, and the mosque suing for damages, saying the zoning law cost the mosque funding.
The city of Troy has acted egregiously since 2018 with regards to this case.
Council on American Islamic Relations Michigan is representing the mosque.
The money that we're asking for is not excessive. It's very much in line with settlements that are very recent for the same issues in other cities in the state of Michigan. We're also asking for actual damages.
In all, the community center is asking for $1.9 million, citing those other cases in Sterling Heights and Pittsfield Township, where settlements were reached for $1.5 and $1.75 million. But Troy Mayor Ethan Baker says the city won't agree if the price tag is over $1 million.
You know, certainly we're not even considering settlement so long as they're demanding well over $1 million in damages. Frankly, there are 7 of us on council. That's not just one of our decisions to make. We have a difficulty sharing what's happening behind closed doors in legal settlement discussions and posturing, and the other side has been very free with what they've said, and we just can't do that. We're restricted by statute.
On the eve of a grand opening, no legal closure in sight. Now, despite all of this, the mayor told us he's happy that the mosque is here and opening, and he will be here for the ribbon cutting tomorrow. Back to you.
Grant, before you go, what happens next in court?
Well, there are a few things that could happen here. Both CARE and the leaders of the mosque want the judge in the Eastern District of Michigan, that's a federal judge in Detroit, to issue a summary judgment, basically make a ruling in their favor once and for all. That's a parallel request going along with the U.S. Department of Justice that wants the same thing. The city wants that judge to dismiss this case entirely. We'll be waiting. Back to you.
Long process. We'll see how it turns out. All right, Grant.
Cue the music. The Auto Show's charity preview is upon us. A night of glitz and glamour and cars and charity, which is really the most important.
That is the most important. Devin and Rhonda live at Huntington Place tonight, where things are just getting underway. Hey, guys.
It's exactly right, guys. They're just now opening the doors, and folks are starting to filter in here at Huntington Place. And what is a beautiful thing this year, Rhonda, no coat check.
No coat check. You're able to get in so much faster.
Yep.
You don't have to walk in your heels through snow.
That's exactly right.
It's a lovely thing. We're here in the Ford exhibit. There are people that are just starting to file in right now, so things are just getting started. But boy, is it exciting just to be back after 3.5 years at the charity preview, having an auto show, and a really reinvented auto show.
It's always been such a great way for people to get together and celebrate one of the things that really is uniquely Detroit, and that's its auto culture. But it is also a massively important night for a lot of charities that have been served with about $100 million going back to 1976.
Absolutely. Over $100 million for children's charities specifically. This year, there's a wonderful list of charities, longtime charities like Detroit PAL, Boys and Girls Club, the Children's Center, Children's Foundation, of course, the Detroit Auto Dealers Association. They have their charitable fund.
Yeah.
And we can't forget about CS Mott Children's Hospital as well. So it's going to be a big benefit tonight. Tickets are kind of expensive, $400, but it's all for a very
When you
worthy
know where
cause.
it's going, it makes it a lot easier to write the check, I think, for a lot of people. And, of course, it opens to the public tomorrow. Rod Maloney has been getting people set all week long with what they need to see and what's different this year. Let's get over to him. Rod.
Hi, Rod.
Yeah, Devin, you know, you get 1,000 days to think about something, where you've been, where you're going, and they said, you know what, it's time to sort of revamp the show. And that's precisely what they've done, and you're going to see a very different but perhaps more fun show than you remember.
Only Local 4 cameras caught Mayor Duggan cursing. as he got the ride of his life in the F-150 Lightning. It's providing what amounts to a rocket sled ride, which is what he was reacting to, and one you too can enjoy. It's part of the Ford exhibit, where you can also sit in this burly Bronco SUV and put it through its paces on the ground and up a steep slope. They have much the same operation over at Camp Jeep, where CEO Jim Morris told us coming in September's 80 degrees is a big-time bonus.
So a nice air-conditioned environment. Customers can drive around with the doors off, the top off. They can experience all the Jeep lineup right behind us.
Now, it is not to say that they don't have traditional things like, the Lincoln Concept Model L100. Very cool, looking especially good at the charity preview, this black tie affair. There is a fleet of movie cars like the Ghostbusters mobile, but then there's also a 6-story tall rubber duck outside Huntington Place. And over at Hart Plaza, they're going to crush old beaters with electric monster trucks. And there are much bigger monsters as well. Especially for the kids, there are dinosaurs, and not just a few little ones. In the Riverfront Ballroom, there's an entire T-Rex experience brought in by Matt Flynn of Clarkston.
People either run to them or run from them, so it'll just be fun for the whole family.
Well, fun for the whole family is key to everything. And, of course, there's much more than we were able to show you there. But you're definitely going to want to go down to Hart Plaza because there's going to be a lot going on there, even having food trucks. So they've got the whole waterfront covered quite literally here. Devin and Rhonda, back to you.
Oh. Exactly right, Rod. In fact, that massive duck, I just loved walking in through that the other day. But one of the reasons about moving this to September was to take advantage of a beautiful Michigan late summer.
Absolutely. And Rod mentioned it. We have the Hart Plaza to enjoy. Yep. We've seen Ford do some things with the Mustangs earlier this week. And now it's all about being open to the public. It's free. DJs, food trucks.
And the weather is complying quite nicely. Let's check in with Kim Adams with more on that. Kim.
I mean, can we get any better than this? We are at our best here in Detroit throughout, not just tonight, but the weekend as well. We've got a lot of sunshine, a little humid for the weekend, but it's so beautiful. Let's take a look at our downtown sky cam. This is so pretty. We've got some sunshine. I mean, again, I can't even remember when an auto show had great weather. And now that they moved it, hopefully this will be a trend. 81 in Detroit, 79 in Ann Arbor and Adrian, 81 right now in Port Huron. If you are headed down to the charity preview, it's going to be beautiful and no coat needed at all. Even for the parties afterward, temperatures will stay in the 70s, upper 60s by midnight tonight. Let's talk about this weather story because it does look like we are going to see a big change. Slim chance of rain late in the weekend, mainly Sunday night into Monday morning, 80s through Wednesday, and then fall officially arrives on Thursday, and boy, is it going to feel like it. This is sort of our last hurrah with summer-like temperatures over the next several days, and then after that, it definitely is going to get much colder around here. I'll talk about that coming up in the forecast.
You got it. All right, Kim. So that's it for here now. We've got a lot more, though, coming up later on the season.
Yes, we do. Be sure to join us for our charity preview special from right here at Huntington Place, live right here at the Ford exhibit. It comes up at 7 o'clock. You definitely want to join us. A lot to cover, a lot to talk about.
No doubt about it, as we kind of get this new edition of the auto show in a lot of different ways, all coming up tonight at 7. Karen and Jason, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it.
We're going from downtown Detroit to London. People continue to pay their respects to Queen Elizabeth as she lies in state, and the line is so long. The wait there is almost 24 hours.
Our own Kimberly Gill is in London tonight to give us a better look at how all of this is working. And Kim, this really is a major operation.
Yeah, hi, Karen and Jason. You're right. A major operation indeed, with major security as well. But, you know, despite all the people that are here, despite the number of people that are still filing through at this hour to pay their respects for the Queen, it still remains calm and very somber throughout the city. Let's take a look inside Westminster Hall right now, as even at this late hour, it's after 11 p.m. here in London, people are still filing through at a pretty steady pace. I enjoyed speaking to so many people today who have come here from all over the world to pay their final respects to the Queen, and hearing their story as to why it was important for them to be here at this moment and how they feel about this moment. I had the honor of meeting a member of the House of Lords today who talked to me about what being here today means to him. Listen.
She served her country for, 70 years? I mean, it's an amazing story. And the very least we can do is come and pay our respects, which is what we've just done. It was very, very quiet. And you could see people gesturing, bowing, crossing themselves, but it was silent. And that's what it should be.
That's right. Just very emotional, as so many people were that I spoke with here today. We have our own resident Brit, Local 4 photojournalist Tim Pamplin is here working with me today, and he filed a report just kind of giving you some perspective on the lay of the land here in London. Let's go to Tim.
Yes, from Trafalgar Square, Kim, you can see Big Ben, Elizabeth II Tower. The Queen laying in state at the base of that tower in Westminster Hall in the Westminster Palace complex. Spinning around here, that's Admiralty Arch, leads down to Buckingham Palace, and of course Trafalgar Square. Nelson's Column behind me. I think it might do us well to take an aerial tour, get a lay of the land. That's St. James's Park, Green Park and Buckingham Palace, where the Queen came to rest one final night on Wednesday. Crowds pouring out in a slight drizzle. And this was the night when this went from a Windsor family affair to the business of the state. Let's take a look around Whitehall, the area that we'll be seeing a lot of in the next few days as we zoom into Buckingham Palace. Looking into the back gardens there, tilting up the camera, looking down the impressive Mall, the red road that leads out front of the palace down towards Admiralty Arch and Trafalgar Square. We now zoom in to Westminster, the Palace of Westminster, the Houses of Parliament, and here is the Westminster Abbey. Built over 1,000 years ago, a church has stood on this site for well over 1,200 years. It is said that in the year 700, a fisherman along the Thames saw St. Peter appear on this site. The Queen now laying in state in Westminster Hall, and Monday morning, the casket will be taken the short distance to the Abbey for the funeral. So that's a quick aerial tour, giving you the lay of the land here. Back to you, Kim.
Really beautiful piece, Tim. We appreciate that. And we will be here bringing you live reports as the Queen continues to lie in state. For now, we're live in London. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio in Detroit. I'm Kimberly Gill, Local 4.
All right, Kim, it really has been fascinating to see how many people from around the world have shown up and that you've even seen some people from Michigan. Has that been your biggest observation so far, by the way, Kim?
You know, I think so. I imagined that it would be a lot of people, but when you see just the sheer numbers of people who are so patiently waiting, and guys, it is not warm out here. It's about 50 degrees, and they've experienced some rain earlier in the week as well, but people are just, they feel like they need to be here. They are not complaining. They feel like it's a privilege, and it's just been really great to hear their stories as to how they feel. And again, you know, it's really a once-in-a-generation event when you think about it, and we're just happy to be here and bringing you live reports all weekend here on air and on Local 4 Plus as well.
We appreciate the perspective and also the lay of the land from Tim. That really does help us out here as well, here in Detroit. Kim, thank you so much. We'll be looking for your reports throughout the weekend and obviously all of our coverage on the Queen's funeral on Monday.